Hello there, beautiful people. Stephilipinas here, and welcome back to my channel, everyone. So for today's video, we are going to be talking a very interesting topic because we are going to be talking about 3 ways for you to legally own a property or a land here in the Philippines. So the question is, can a foreigner legally own a land here in the Philippines? Well, actually, everyone, there are very strict rules regarding non-Filipino citizens purchasing, owning, and investing in real estate in the Philippines. And by default, foreigners actually are not allowed to own a land here, unfortunately. However, you do not have to worry because there are some exceptions to this rule. Okay, there are actually at least 6 cases wherein the Philippine laws allow foreigners to buy and own a property here in the Philippines, including a land. But in this video, I am just going to mention 3 ways for you to legally own a land here in the Philippines. So if you are a foreigner citizen looking to purchase and own land here in the Philippines, then this video is for you. Actually, the first way for you to acquire and legally own a land here in the Philippines as a foreigner is, you can actually use this, which is the most common and popular way is, of course, obviously, if you are going to marry a Filipino citizen, or if you are already married to a Filipino citizen, then that's the only time that you can also have legally purchased a land here in the Philippines. But here's the catch that you have to remember, guys. Yes, let's just say that you can buy a property here in the Philippines, but it will only be titled under your Filipino spouse name. Okay, so you have to keep that in mind. So yes, again, you as a foreigner have purchased a land already with your own money. But technically speaking, in reality, you do not really own the property or the land that you have just purchased using your own money, guys. Okay, and that's just so bad, right? So yeah, actually, your name may be included in the contract or deed of sale, but it cannot be included in the TCT, or what we also called here the land title. So basically, when it comes down to it, you have no legal say with anything that has to do with the property that you have just purchased, even though you're the one who purchased it, or even though you're the one who paid it and you are the one who uses the money just to have that property here in the Philippines. Technically speaking, your Filipino spouse or Filipino wife can legally sell the property, or she can even rent out the property that you have just purchased. And yeah, basically she can do whatever she wants to do with it, with the property, with the land that you have just purchased. And also, let's just say that you and your Filipina didn't work out, or you guys decided to separate ways and now you are legally separated. Or let's just say, God forbidden, your Filipino spouse is already, passed away. Well, honestly, guys, I just want to let you know that the land cannot be transferred to you as well, because you are still prohibited from owning a land here in the Philippines. But you will definitely have like a reasonable amount of time to sell the property and to collect the proceeds that comes along with the property that you have purchased. Because otherwise the property will just only pass to your spouse ears, like to her kids or to her relatives, to her family. So you have to be very wise when it comes to this decision. So again, one of the few ways for you to legally own a property or a land here in Philippines is for you to marry a Filipino citizen. But again, everyone, before marrying a Filipina, you have to be very careful with your decision. You have to get to know more the Filipina that you are going to spend the rest of your life with, because you might not want to end up regretting your decision at the end of the day, that you will end up being scammed, or she would probably break up with you knowing the fact that she already has like a land that you have just purchased using your own money, since you cannot really like legally own it. This is why I have been telling you to always get to know more about your Filipina, like get to know more about your family, about your cultures, about the people that she surrounds herself with, because it is very important for you to know about her. Like anything that involves about her, you have to know that prior having any commitments with her, or prior having or making any big decisions or big purchase. So you have to be very careful and be vigilant, okay? Especially if you are just like talking to her online in like online dating apps, and you haven't even met in person, and now that because you are in love or because you're obsessed with her, so you are wanting to like ask her to purchase a land here in the Philippines without you having to visit that country first. So you have to be very careful. And again, I just want to let you know that as soon as you get here in the Philippines, just try to explore, like date any women as much as you want. But of course, do not date them or do not be with them at the same time. Just, like date first. And if the first woman if you're with the first woman and it didn't work out for some reason, then it's fine. You have to let her go and move on and then go to another one. It's because there are so many good and genuine Filipina here in the Philippines. And still, again, you still have to be very careful, okay? All right, let's go to the easiest option for you to own a property here in the Philippines is to purchase a condo or condominium here in the Philippines. So actually, this is a hybrid type of ownership that actually falls outside the traditional structures. And with this kind of traditional property, guys, you can own the structure plus the land on which the condo actually landed or sits. If you buy a condo here in the Philippines, you can only own the condo unit itself, but not the land beneath it. So this is what I've mentioned earlier. And I just want to let you know that the Philippine Condominium Act specifies that foreigners can only own condominium units as long as the 60% of the units in the building are still owned by a Filipino citizen. But guys, you have to remember there are certain things that you need to consider if you are going to buy a condo or purchase a condo here in the Philippines. Because just like anywhere else here in the Philippines, you will still have a condo fees to pay every month. Okay? And actually it depends. Like, let's just say based on where you live, you may have to share the amenities like the pool, gardens, and the common outdoor spaces like the gym, the pool, yeah, the fitness gym, and or the restaurant or whatever that is included in that condo. So in this case, if you're going to purchase a condo here in the Philippines, the best advice I could give you is to do not wing it. And what I mean by that is do an on-site inspection and a complete walkthrough of the property or of the condo before you purchase it. Okay, because after all, guys, you don't want to end up having any surprises when you make your big move or when you make your big purchase, right? So let's go to the last but not the least, which is a valid and legal loophole used by foreigners who is looking to own a land here in the Philippines is through the creation of a domestic corporation. But the question is, Steph, how would you go about doing this way through corporation? Well, guys, I just want to let you know that this way simply only requires the establishment of a company to be registered with the SEC, or in other words, also called as Securities and Exchange Commission. And in this way, the corporation must still abide by the 40% foreign ownership rule, which basically means that Filipinos must still have the majority ownership, at least like 60% stake in that corporation. And once it is officially approved by the SEC, the corporation may now able to purchase any real estate property, including land, house and lot, condominium units, and even commercial buildings. As a part owner of this corporation, you as a foreigner can actually enjoy the use and the other benefits of the acquired property. However, unless you are starting or planning to have your own big real estate investing company here in the Philippines, then yeah, that will come with lots of major downsides actually. And the first obvious disadvantage will probably be the your combined stake in the ownership is only going to be limited for like 40%. So basically it's just like the same if you are going to marry a Filipina. And also you wouldn't be able to like totally own 100% of the property, and you would only own at least 40% of it. All right, let's go to the last question, guys, which is, can the foreigners own a land here in the Philippines with special retirement visa? Actually, I've been hearing this one, that there is unfortunately a misconception among foreign retirees here in the Philippines, specifically to those foreign retirees with a special resident retirees visa, or also called as SRRV, on whether they are allowed or not allowed to own a land here in the Philippines. Well, you know what? According to the Philippine Retirement Authority, foreigners with SRRV are not allowed to own any land or real estate property here in the Philippines. But if the foreign retiree is legally married to a Filipino citizen here in the Philippines, then yes, absolutely, the foreigner may be able to purchase a land. But again, as what I've mentioned earlier, that the property will only be registered or will be titled to the name of the Filipino spouse or to the Filipina wife. So yes, that's it everyone. I have already mentioned you that 3 ways for you to purchase a land or a property here in the Philippines. Alright, and guys, if you like my content, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel, click the like button, and click the notification bell for more videos update. Bye-bye!